President Biden just awarded the Medal of Honor posthumously to the last two soldiers who were part of Andrew's Raiders. Thanks for joining us. I'm Latricia Thomas.
And I'm Josh Rowe. During the Civil War, 24 volunteers undertook a mission to sabotage Confederate infrastructure between Atlanta and Chattanooga. Now, 162 years later, the last two participating soldiers are being honored for their actions.
Now, that ceremony just wrapped up a few moments ago. We heard from the president, and you can see people shaking hands as they leave that ceremony there.
That's right. That's Medal of Honor recipient Brett Slabinski right there leaving the room. I believe that's Linda Moss Mines in front of him. You see a lot of Chattanooga faces there in that room, a lot of family members of the Shadrach and Wilson family. You see obviously some Army personnel and some other folks there. This is the day, as Patricia just said, 162 years in the making, all around two Civil War soldiers on an action that happened all through this city, down to Atlanta, back through to Chattanooga, other parts as well. So it's a big day there for those families for sure.
And Josh, you've been covering this. You were the first to break it in our area, very close to the family and the people who've been working to get this for years and years and years. Just what does this mean to them?
I mean, you can't really put it into words. They said yesterday during a media session that some family members were writing letters to Jimmy Carter when he was in office in the 70s. I mean, that's how long, probably before that, but that's at least how long we know they've been working on this. It's taken Brad Quinlan's on a story we've talked to many times. He said thousands and thousands of hours, just him alone, just trying to research and write letters and call people and trying to get things done. So it took a long time, but it's done. They are now officially Medal of Honor recipients and adds two more to the Chattanooga National Cemetery, which, as we all know, there are many there: Desmond Doss, Charles Coolidge, Larry Taylor, and now six of the Andrew's Raiders are Medal of Honor recipients who were buried there at Chattanooga National. Within the last 35 minutes or so, President Joe Biden has awarded the Medal of Honor posthumously to two Civil War soldiers. You can see him there in the ceremony today, handing those medals out to descendants of the families of Philip Shadrach and George Wilson.
And as you said, Josh, before, lots of people from Chattanooga that have been pushing for this for years there at that ceremony today. And you have so many background stories of that, of their mission, of all of this, all on our website, newschannel9.com.
You can find it on a lot of our social media as well. Just go there. You can see a whole lot more, including the entire ceremony right now.
It is a ceremony 162 years in the making. Two Union soldiers posthumously awarded the Medal of Honor after they helped hijack a Confederate train near Atlanta, Georgia, and brought it to our area.
We've told this story, the Great Locomotive Chase and Andrew's Raiders privates George Wilson, Philip Shadrach, for several days this week, all leading up to today's ceremony. President Biden said during the ceremony, time has not erased their valor. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Josh Rowe.
And I'm Kim Chapman-Whitfield. The Raiders destroyed railroad tracks and telegraph lines on their way to Chattanooga. Many believe their mission helped end the Civil War. And historian Brad Quinlan says their mission was one of the first special operations in U.S. history. 19
members of Andrew's Raiders were previously awarded the Medal of Honor. 6 of them were the first ever to receive the medal in March of 1863. President Biden had this to say about Shadrach and Wilson's legacy.
But we're the only nation founded on an idea. That idea is all men are created equal, deserve to be treated equally throughout their lives. We haven't always lived up to that, but like George and Philip, we've never walked away from it either.
Descendants of the Shadrach and Wilson families received the medals from President Biden. They spoke yesterday about their journey to get to this point and the legacy of Andrew's Raiders.
It's an honor, as I say, to be here and being able to then finally get the medal awarded to them, and it being this 4th of July is birthday of our country and the freedom that we have.
He was just trying to do, in my mind, he was just trying to do what he felt was right. He was trying to, to help end the war in a quick way. Didn't end up happening, but he was there, and he was trying to, trying to make an impact and trying to shape, the history of the country.
8 of the Raiders, including Shadrach and Wilson, are buried at the Chattanooga National Cemetery soon. Shadrach and Wilson will get new gravestones inscribed with the words Medal of Honor.